Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, August 28th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Okay, the Anne Arundel County River Days Festival at Quiet Waters Park this Sunday was very cool, despite that awkward name. So now that I've checked it out and given it the John Frenaye stamp of approval, as if that means anything, there is a second one coming up on Saturday, September 23rd at Fort Smallwood Park up in the Dina from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., so put that one on your calendar. Anyhow, we have a bunch of news to catch up on, so shall we? Hey, just a quick reminder, in case you're not signed up, we have a daily news recap newsletter. It is great for news that happens after this podcast drops in the morning or what happens over the weekend. It's local, it's free, it hits your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night, and I'm going to drop a link right here in the show notes so you can sign up with all of your neighbors. Anyhow, here we go. A 20-year-old Baltimore man was found shot to death at a Glen Burnie apartment complex, and another man was injured. On Friday at about 12:50 a.m., the Anne Arundel County Police were called to Bruton Court for the shooting. They believe that there were three males in the hallway of an apartment building when an unknown suspect shot at the group, killing one and injuring the other. They immediately fled. The third victim was uninjured. Police do not have any suspect information at this point, and if anybody has any information, 410-222-4700 is the number to call. This is the 10th homicide this year in Anne Arundel County. In Annapolis, a very disturbing story. The Annapolis police have arrested a 57-year-old Glen Burnie man and charged him with sexual assault and rape of several juveniles who were enrolled in an unlicensed daycare center. Police say that the rapes and assaults happened between 2014 and 2015 at a daycare run by a woman only known as Betty. She has been babysitting children at the location on Hilltop Lane from 2003 to 2019. Police did not say what the relationship was between the suspect and Betty, nor what had happened with Betty, but they do believe there may be more victims and are asking anybody who is a victim or knows anything to contact the APD at 410-693-3635. Back in September of 2022, the Anne Arundel County Police were called to Sands Road in Harwood for a domestic dispute which turned deadly. The suspect was armed and retreated into the woods, and when he emerged, he ended up pointing a gun at the officers who ended up shooting and killing the suspect. Now, Attorney General Anthony Brown has concluded his investigation and passed the report, which is available at eyeonannapolis.net, to the Anne Arundel County State's Attorney's Office, who has declined to prosecute the officers involved in the shooting. Now, in a police-involved shooting, the AG report is not a recommendation, but it's merely a statement of the facts and the findings. It's passed on to the local authorities who ultimately make the decision to proceed with any prosecution. Well, we can't say it was unexpected. Navy was the underdog by 35 points leading into Saturday's game against Notre Dame in Dublin, Ireland. And the odds makers were spot on with a loss and a final score of 42-3. With such a powerful team that is always out of our league, both figuratively and literally, it is nearly impossible to Monday morning quarterback the performance, so we won't. Navy has 2 weeks to analyze what went wrong and what went right before their home opener on September 9th here in Annapolis against Wagner. Tickets are still available at navysports.com. In 2020, St. Anne's School of Annapolis named a new head of school in Andrea Weiss. She moved on in the middle of the last school year, and the Board of Trustees has now looked internally for their next head of school and named Connie Coker, the former associate head of school who assumed the interim moniker when Weiss departed. Coker will be the fourth head of school for the pre-K through 8th private school established back in 1987. Now, Coker joined St. Anne's in 2018, and prior to that, she had taught at St. Mary's right here in Annapolis. She has 3 children at the school, so no pressure on those kids. Nope, none at all. But seriously, congratulations to Connie. Hopefully you caught our Canines and Crosstreks on Friday with the Mama Dogs, Tempest and Paisley. We had a post at noon on Friday with some great photos, our SPCA chat, and all of the info on how to adopt them. If you have some room in your heart and home, these are 2 winners. And on Saturday, we spoke with Joanne Matson from STARE, or Start the Adventure in Reading, a great organization. And if you're looking to volunteer some time, highly recommended. So do give that one a listen. And yesterday, we dropped a bonus pod with Rachel from the Maryland International Educational Consortium. And it was a fascinating chat about the importance of foreign students coming into Maryland colleges and universities. And if you do know of a local business or organization that wants to be featured on the Local Business Spotlight, please let me know. I will reach out and let them know there is no cost whatsoever. All right, that is a wrap. Thank you, first and foremost, and also a quick thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Alpha Engineering. And Alsina is back with her Monday Money Report, back from Florida, fresh from dropping her youngest off at college. I haven't spoken with her yet, so I'm unsure whether she is singing the blues or dancing a jig. And of course, we have George Young from DCMD VA Weather here with the only locally forecast weather report you will find. All that coming up in just a bit, so hang around.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be, so you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, August 28th. The last weekend of August 2023 brought pretty nice conditions to the Annapolis region, and while we might see a little rain today and tomorrow, temperatures will be great the whole week as we close out the month and close the books on meteorological summer on Thursday. Look for mixed skies today with a chance of showers with highs in the low to mid 80s, with mostly cloudy skies tomorrow and another chance for a few showers with highs near 80 degrees as county schools return in full. From there, the expectation is for mixed skies Wednesday with highs in the mid or maybe upper 80s in spots, to be followed by sunshine and highs near 80 degrees both Thursday and Friday, with the expectation for the Labor Day weekend being more sun and low to mid 80s Saturday through Monday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMD VA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMD VA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Stocks were all over the place last week, aided by chipmaker NVIDIA's earnings report and the Federal Reserve Bank's meeting in Jackson Hole. Fed Chair Jerome Powell's Friday speech indicates the Fed may continue to increase rates and hold them at higher levels longer than currently expected. Something else that dropped this year are Medicare Part B costs for just the third time in history. But Medicare has many moving parts. It's available once you turn 65, with a few exceptions for recent immigrants. You can also receive Medicare if you are receiving Social Security disability benefits, have end-stage renal disease requiring dialysis or a kidney transplant, or if you have ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Traditional Medicare has 3 parts. Part A, which covers hospitalization, has no premiums for most participants. Part B covers doctor visits. The premium is currently $164.90 a month for people who are not affected by IRMA, the income-related monthly adjustment amount, a surcharge for higher income participants. Part D is your prescription drug coverage and is purchased independently from Medicare. While not an official part of Medicare, most participants also choose to purchase a Medigap policy or Medicare supplement. While these are not part of Medicare, the plans must meet certain requirements and fall into different plan categories. Some participants choose to opt out of traditional Medicare and purchase Medicare Part C, also known as Medicare Advantage. These are insurance policies sold by private insurance companies. Many offer benefits that traditional Medicare does not, such as vision or dental coverage, gym memberships, or alternative treatments such as acupuncture. The catch here is that if you are unhappy and want to switch back to traditional Medicare, Medigap providers may exclude pre-existing conditions for up to 6 months. You are also usually limited to a local network with limited or no out-of-network options. For federal retirees, there is currently no requirement for you to enroll in Medicare. You can remain on your federal employees' health benefits. Even so, many federal retirees we work with choose to enroll in Medicare. When you do that, your federal benefits become your Medigap supplement and Part D coverage. If you are a state of Maryland retiree, you must enroll in Medicare. Military service members also enroll in Medicare. TRICARE coverage switches to TRICARE for Life, which coordinates with Medicare and functions as a Medigap policy and Part D coverage. Your action item this week is to check your estate plan. If you don't have a will, power of attorney, and advanced medical directive, get one. If you do, and it's over 5 years old, check to make sure your wishes haven't changed. Follow us on Facebook. Check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com for more information and great resources. CovingtonAlsina is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and does not intend to make an offer, solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk and unless otherwise stated are not guaranteed. First consult with qualified financial advisor and or tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.